You're probably never gonna hear me praise any of the recaps for a while, at least until Shippuden, so I might as well just talk about this one. The recap, at least, tries to care. It has these camera movements and sequence of shots that set the stakes for this episode really high and is actually pretty cool. It probably took like 10 minutes on After Effects too, I don't know why they didn't do this more.
Ugh, it's 4 in the morning. The 5th Hokage's a real slave driver.
Okay. Anyways, 4 in the morning, and it's already sunrise. Where does this happen? Apparently the Leaf, I don't know.
Thank you.
Sasuke, no!
Sakura's initial reaction to realizing she didn't stop him is really sad because it's like, damn, immediately that's what she thinks about. But don't you think it maybe should have been more? And that doesn't mean I think she should have gone into like a full theater moment, breaking down sobbing first thing after she wakes up. But like, I don't know, I feel like it could have been executed better. It's like way too quick. It actually makes a lot of sense that Tsunade has to sleep at her desk. Not only cause, I mean, who knows, she might be homeless, but also cause like she's a new Hokage taking over after an attack. So yeah, there's probably a lot that she actually needs to do.
What did you say? Are you sure of that?
Yes.
We heard this from Sakura herself. There's no reason to doubt what she told us.
Tsunade's reaction also makes a lot of sense. Since Sasuke's the only Uchiha left in the Leaf, it makes a lot of sense for the Leaf to be very protective. Even more so now that it's known Orochimaru's after him. So yeah, Sasuke leaving would garner this kind of reaction. And Tsunade, a newly appointed Hokage who's only had one interaction with him, having this big of a reaction shows the severity of the situation.
Izumo, Kotetsu. There's somebody that I need to see.
Wonder who that could be. Anyways, that's definitely the first time those two were actually called their name. Even Goggles' name has been said, and he's been shown a lot less due to the allegations. Like, I said both of their names during my ranking of the Chunin exams characters, and I guarantee at least someone out there had no clue who I was talking about.
Your dad has an important mission to get to. If you just sit there, he won't have time for morning training.
Yeah, about that important mission, by the way. It must be so important he was able to be in the hospital after Shikamaru's mission. And also, he has an important mission? Okay.
Late last night, Sasuke Uchiha left the Hidden Leaf Village.
I love this shift, like, so much. At first, it just seems to be an average day. In fact, it's shown to be kind of mundane. But now Shikamaru is thrusted into this high-stakes mission without any warning. It shows how a shinobi's life is. You might be called out of nowhere and have to risk your life any day and any time.
What does Sasuke have to gain by talking to someone as depraved as Orochimaru?
At this point, his motive doesn't matter. We need to deal with it quickly.
How does Shikamaru know about Orochimaru? Like Sakura, the smartest person in the academy, didn't know about him before he attacked Team 7. I guess he did attack the Leaf, but still, he doesn't really seem like the type of person that people would just know. It also might just be because Shikamaru's a Chunin, so since he's going to be going on more dangerous missions, he would in turn be taught about the dangerous people. Also, on a little side note, fuck yeah, Tsunade. Who cares what his motive is? It doesn't matter. That's some leadership. Doesn't matter right now. Let's not waste our time. Let's just focus on actually getting him.
I've decided it's time for you to carry out your first mission as a Chunin, Shikamaru.
So all I gotta do is bring Sasuke back?
And now Peak has begun. I genuinely love this mission so much, by the way. It's so simple in design, but its execution has to be anything but. It creates amazing growth and moments for everyone involved, and it might have just been the perfect avenue for the story to go down at this point. I praise Kishimoto a lot, but this is probably where he should be praised the most. I also love the situation this mission puts everyone in. For Shikamaru, it's his first mission, and oh my god, his first mission is bringing back someone he knows, like, a lot. For Choji, it's kind of the same situation. He's got to bring back someone he's pretty familiar with. For Naruto, he has to bring back his rival, friend, and teammate. For Kiba, he's got to bring back someone who respected him a lot more than anyone else when they first reunited during the Chunin exams. For Neji, it's bringing back someone he's been compared a lot to. And for the Leaf, it was a genuine no-brainer. They have to go get him because he's the lone Uchiha and he's going to a very dangerous enemy.
And you may find it a more dangerous task than you think. There's a strong possibility that Sasuke is being guarded by Orochimaru's men.
Yeah, for a first mission, Shikamaru's kind of boned. This is pretty much the Konoha Crush all over again, except he has a little more control over who goes. The downsides, however, is that the people he's facing are much more powerful, and he has to take something back rather than just fight enemies, so he has to handle this mission with a lot more care. Not to mention, he was thrown into this out of nowhere, like he probably woke up less than an hour ago, and now he has to come up with this strategy with any goofballs he can find. To think they got as close as they did is impressive if anything when you put it all together.
Go round up any skilled genin you feel are up to the job.
I said it a while ago, but it makes a lot of sense it's genin that have to go on this mission, and here's why. Like Iruka said at the end of Search for Tsunade, a lot of genin are gonna have to go on harder missions, just so people don't think the leaf is weak. And on top of that, pretty much every jonin and chunin is unavailable since they're short-staffed and thus are going on more missions. So it literally has to be genin, they're the only real ninja available. I've heard people hate on Tsunade for this, but I mean like, what, she's in a terrible spot. She kinda has to only allow genin and a sole chunin.
You have 30 minutes to leave this village.
A 30-minute time limit is crazy, by the way, but I get this too. Like, Sasuke left last night, and I mean, I'm just using headcanon here, but it's probably like 6 in the morning. So it's probably been over 6 hours since he left. So like, the fact they even caught up to him is crazier than the time limit.
This whole thing's a drag, but I do know the guy, so I can't just let it go. Well, that's just the way it is, I guess.
Shikamaru's actually sweating a bit, showing he's nervous. That really shouldn't be all that surprising. He did just wake up, and now he's got to get his ally that decided to leave. For no reason. Definitely no reason.
Hold on. There is one person I strongly recommend you include.
Wonder who that could be.
No way! You gotta be kidding!
Naruto going makes a lot of sense. You know, Sasuke's rival and all that. Obviously, Tsunade has a lot of confidence in Naruto, and that's cool. But have you ever thought it's maybe kind of weird Tsunade recommends him? This is the person who gave her hope, and now she's recommending him for a very dangerous mission. I guess it does show how much she's changed. The fact she believes he's the future, so in turn he'll be okay. But like, what if he died? Where would Tsunade be mentally after that? And I understand I'm definitely just being a dick here, but still.
Sasuke, you jerk!
So, very cool touch. Just like Tsunade, the Hokage, Naruto doesn't care about the motive, he just cares that it happened. Showing he's kind of got that Hokage leadership in him. Unfortunately, in his case though, he kind of does need to care about motive. And it kind of helps lead to him losing, but that's something for later.
Choji and I have been on the same team for a long time. We work well together, so asking him's a no-brainer.
I like how Shikamaru's first thought is immediately Choji. Like, that's his friend. He's gonna bring him along because he knows his strength and is confident in him. I've said it before, but just straight up friendships and not rivalries is really rare in Naruto. So this one now being more fleshed out is really good. Also, I'd like to add that literally everyone got thrown into this too, not just Shikamaru. They all just woke up and now have to risk their life because their ally just decided to selfishly pursue his dream. It shows how sad the shinobi world is. They might have to risk their life any day for whatever reason, and they might not know about it until minutes before.
Shino can't do it. He's off on some special mission with his father right now.
Hey, wait, not them too.
Yep, they're on the team.
Yeah, no Shino, by the way. Love how they gave an explanation and then everyone proceeded just to forget. He'll be with us in memory though, I will be tracking him. Also, Kiba might actually be one of the best people for this mission if it's not Shino. He's pretty strong when you think about it. His close range is pretty good and his nose is too. He's actually kind of perfect for this type of mission. Like, almost too perfect.
Your surgery. I heard that it went well.
It did.
This little Neji and Lee conversation is really nice. They're a rivalry, but the fact that they seem like friends and that there's a level of respect too is really cool.
Lee, it's up to you. You do what you must do.
I really like this moment. He initially walks away because he was reckless in the past and it almost killed him. Like, he's making a conscious effort to change. His change in decision plays into him as a character and flips this idea, but of course I'll be talking about it later.
It's time to go.
Look at the fucking squad. This shit is just so cool and is probably the best possible 5 from a fighting perspective and a writing perspective. The fighting one is self-explanatory since we see them fight later, and also Shikamaru's strategy. But the writing perspective? Yeah, that's what I've been waiting to talk about. You have Choji and Kiba, two not really fleshed out side characters. This arc will allow them to be more fleshed out and a little more interesting to the viewer. Then you have Shikamaru and Neji, two already fleshed out and loved side characters. These two will add a layer of support for the other two. They'll make the viewer more interested in the arc as a whole because they're cool characters we're already attached to. Like, it's no accident that it goes less interesting character fighting, then more interesting character fighting, then less interesting character and more interesting character fighting at the same time. It's all to uplift each character and let the viewer notice them, leading to a lot of growth for everyone involved. And then, on top of all this, by the way, you have Naruto, who provides a layer of support for everyone while also using that to his own growth. He's our main character, so we're invested in him. And since he's the last person to fight, it also makes us invested in the fights before. And also, since he's the last person to fight, it builds up his fight with Sasuke. Very cool, right? No, idiot. You're wrong. Kishimoto, he's a terrible writer. He doesn't do anything right.
Well, for starters, this is a rescue operation, so we'll be in the position of pursuit. Which means the enemy already has an important advantage over us.
Shikamaru knows ball, by the way, I just need to point it out. It's not really the first thing that comes to mind when discussing his character, but his actual assessment of battle and how it works is really interesting. He's not just smart and a strategist, he knows what creates advantages and what creates disadvantages. Him being able to articulate that to teammates is something that sets him apart. He definitely read Art of War, by the way, and I'll now be quoting it because I was born with free will. Shikamaru's strategy is really good, and it shows that he's not just smart, but that he's also a person that probably thinks about strategy as a whole, like, a lot. Every single person is in the exact right spot, and I'm gonna talk about each spot. Wait for it. Now, Kiba in the front is best because of his nose. He can smell things ahead of him, and since he's strong in close range combat, it's the best spot. If he goes anywhere else, then those qualities are simply being underutilized. Shikamaru in the 2 allows him to not only lead, but also give him the second closest look on the situation, allowing him to create a more proper strategy. If he was any closer, it would be a really bad spot for him, and if he was any further, then he couldn't properly lead the people in front of him. Naruto in the 3, not the 4 this time, makes sense too. He's the most versatile in this whole group, with Shadow Clones and now Rasengan, giving him, in turn, the best opportunity to be the support, either from the front or from the back. Because he's in the middle, they'll never be attacking him first, and because of that, it allows them to cook. Which if you allow him to cook, you're kinda boned. Choji in the 4 is the best spot because he's slow but powerful. The best way to describe this is in like baseball terms. The 4-hitter or the cleanup is usually the most dangerous when given any opportunity. If someone opens the opportunity for him, then you kinda have to look out. Choji is the perfect example of that. He's like if David Ortiz decided to be in Naruto. Neji in the back is also the best. Like Shikamaru says, it's the most important. And Neji is easily the second strongest in this group and is the most intimidating. The Byakugan is easily the best asset in this group besides the fucking tailed beast. So utilizing it for lookout makes the most sense when there's a sensory ninja in the front. On top of that, he's also good in close quarters combat and has insane defense. So if anyone tries to fuck with him, he's beating them. Easily. Like I said, this was the best matchup. And Shikamaru had like, what, 30 minutes or less to think of this? I've already talked about battle IQ, and I've already talked about strong strategist, but how about genius too? Let's go with that one.
This diagram shows exactly what part of the perimeter you're responsible for.
Okay, can we talk about how he drew this in like a minute? It's almost like someone else drew it. It's almost like the true genius was the one drawing it all along.
Alright, now I think I should familiarize myself with our arms and weaponry. I'll need to check out all of the ninja tools each of you plan on carrying into battle. That way I'll know what we have.
The coolest part of this episode to me is how Shikamaru seems ready for this mission, even though he was thrown into it the same as everyone else. Shikamaru can definitely be seen as really lazy, because he kinda is. Like, it doesn't seem like he trains, he never really seems super interested or motivated. But like I said, it also doesn't seem like he's just plain smart. He knows textbook strategy, advantages, how certain qualities can be exploited, and overall seems to know what leads to what. I called him a genius earlier, and while I think he is, that's not something a plain genius would know. It seems like he genuinely thinks about strategy all the time.
Sasuke's a ninja belonging to the Hidden Leaf Village. He's a comrade. and I'll put my life on the line to help him.
W fucking Shikamaru? One of my favorite parts about his character is his attitude and his mentality. He's a very respectable person, for the most part, and that very attitude reflects onto the viewer. Caring for the people around you, general respect until further notice. That's a mindset that goes a really long way, and a mindset that's not taught enough.
I know I usually seem like a pretty lazy guy, but not today. Because now I'm responsible for your lives too.
And again, W. Shikamaru, he's their leader and he's responsible for them, but he doesn't act above them. It's respect from the jump. He sees them as comrades. And while a lot of that is more because of the personal connections he has with them, like Naruto, Kiba, and Choji specifically, it also is something that we see and take note of. A leader is someone who respects and looks out for everyone they're responsible for. Shikamaru acts like a leader here, one with gratitude and integrity, rather than one with ignorance and a god complex.
Don't worry. I guarantee it. Damn it. Why, Sasuke?
Yeah, Naruto probably does feel really bad. He was sure he understood Sasuke and thought he wouldn't leave. He was so confident that he said on multiple occasions that everything would be okay. So him leaving? Yeah, it probably feels like a punch to the gut. And he probably feels extremely responsible since they fought literally the day before. You can actually see Sakura is still very tired. Probably because she got like 4 hours of sleep on a stone bench. Sasuke's still a dick for that, by the way. No, I'm not shutting up about it.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime request. Just bring him home. Please bring Sasuke back to me.
This moment is so sad. Sakura just lost the person she loved the most and can't do anything about it. Sasuke means so much to her, and the fact he left and she couldn't stop it would clearly make her sad. She's feeling like absolute shit right now, and it makes perfect sense why. Like, she probably feels the worst out of anybody. So her begging Naruto to bring him back is something she asks due to all this emotion. If she was more level-headed, she probably wouldn't ask it like this, but she probably just had the shittiest day of her life, followed by the next shittiest day of her life. It's another emotional decision, a flawed decision with its own ramifications in the future, but it's a moment that us the viewer can sympathize with because we just saw everything unfold. Sure, it's selfish, but who cares? It's sad, it's emotional, and it's really well done.
There's only one person who can stop him. Only one who can save him. Naruto, it's all up to you.
I mean, yeah, she's kinda right. It's not like Sasuke's gonna listen to any other goober here. Naruto's kind of quintessential for this one.
Don't you worry one bit. I'm gonna bring Sasuke back. I promise that on my life, Sakura.
This promise turns into a big mess later, but I feel like a big part of it that's missed is that it's also probably just a personal goal for Naruto. Like, he didn't just make this promise to Sakura because he wanted her to feel better. This is something he wants to do because he feels responsible. And when looking at it like that, this promise is now a lot cooler. It's now a lot more layered and adds more stakes to the promise itself. Like, this is how it was meant to be seen. Not like, oh, I'm just gonna make Sakura happy. It's this.
More than anyone else, you always understood me. You've always been there.
Hot take. Maybe. I don't know if it is. I'm saying it is, so it is. This is where Sakura and Naruto, like, officially become friends. They've kind of been beefing for the entirety of the series so far, but once Sakura realized this, she had no problems with him. It's almost like when Naruto is not a shitter, his actual good person side shines through.
Before we go any further, I'm afraid you must die just this once.
Okay, this is by far the best cliffhanger yet. Like, on the surface, it's like, oh shit, Sasuke's gonna die, and it leads to the viewer kinda not knowing what's gonna happen next. But obviously through rewatching the show, it's kinda just funny. It's just like, you gotta go now. With no further explanation on what that means. This episode is a good follow-up to the other one. It's a good 1-2 punch before we get into everything. It sets up all the fights ahead, and sets up a lot of stuff down the line. Every character in this episode gets a really good showing. Like, even Kiba and Choji, who are kind of at this point. Tsunade is good for the intro and sets the rest of the episode up really well. Shikamaru stands out the most to me, obviously. Not because he's my favorite character, but also because he acts like a leader and is honestly in the forefront of this entire episode. Sakura gets some good moments at the end that set up a lot later, so very cool. Naruto also shines at the end with the same moments, so that's also really good. And I mean, yeah, everything's set up. It's just now time to let everything fall into place. If you want to support me more than just watching this video, you can become a member on Patreon. And yeah, next episode, Sound versus Leaf. Shortest episode title, in like 2 arcs, by the way. Why wasn't this just like a normal thing?